thankful na ako na may isa kami, which is Jopay, na mainstream hit. Na kahit tumugtog kami sa kaduluduluhan ng bayan ng kung saan man dito sa Pilipinas, kahit nakaganyan lang sila mula song 1 hanggang 9, pero pagdating ng Jopay, nagwawala na sila. Okay na ako doon. Kasi isipin mo, laro-laro lang naman talaga to eh. Tapos biglang nabigyan ka ng oportunidad magkaroon ng trabaho na ganito. Hi, this is Monty Macalino of Mayonnaise. And this is Rolling Stone Philippines Greatest Hits. That year, 2022, was very, for me, memorable because we had an opportunity to tour in the US. Actually, when I was there, I messaged Mark Escueta of River Maya. He's doing the tours for Lenny, and I said, is there any way that we can perform just one show, ganyan? Tapos sabi niya, this is for free, this is volunteering, ganyan. Sabi ko, sure, game. And then, from one show, naging parang sinama na kami the entire tour ng campaign ni Lenny. So after the election season, yun yung parang limbo eh. Parang, hey, we did a lot of campaigns, so pwede na ba mag-gig? Pero nobody's doing it yet. So what we did was we asked all of these malls if we can make a tour. Sabi ko, di ba nag-campaign na naman, baka pwede nang mag-gig. So sabi nila, sige, basta inside the mall lang. But for some reason, parang sabay-sabay nangyari. We have this movie na part kami ng soundtrack. Ngayon kaya yung name ng movie. And then they used Jopay do sa song. Actually, I mean sa movie. So that was running. And then there were people doing a campaign sa TikTok using Jopay, yung what if, ganyan. And then when we're doing the tours, yung sa malls, nagugulat kami ang daming tao. So what was happening? One of the members of the team told me na we were going viral na. I mean, Jopay was going viral on TikTok. Kaya ako nagulat. Okay, that's why sobrang daming bata sa mall gigs. Kasi akala ko parang, oh, ganito na pala kalaki yung banda. No, it was because of the song. So sobrang lang, syempre, during that time, we were almost 20 years na. And sobrang thankful. Okay, may mangyayari pala sa mga luma naming kanta. And as usual, ang ginawa namin, ginamit namin yung pagiging viral ng kanta na yun sa kuha ng gigs, kuha ng shows. Hindi lang basta waiting for the shows, but putting up tours, our own tours. Sobrang grateful and sobrang thankful lang. It was an amazing time for us to experience that 20 years after the release of the song. Being a 20-year-old band during 2022, parang parang nagulat lang kami that there are parents tagging us na their kids are singing Jopay. And from Jopay, kinakanta na rin yung mga ibang pang kanta namin. So parang, yeah, it was a movement of the youth. When probably during the pandemic, that was the the discovery of TikTok. It was also a tool for us musicians to be able to tap a new market. Wala na siyang kinalaman sa politika, wala na kinalaman sa edad, naging kultura. Okay lang kasi kung hanggang TikTok lang eh, but they were going to our shows eh. Those kids that were using the songs sa TikTok, they would come up to our shows. Akala ko yun lang alam, hindi eh. Siyempre may mga mema na yun lang alam kunwari, pero parang inaral nila yung discography. Sobrang magical nung panahon na yun. That year, that stretch, 2022 hanggang 2023, that was just, wow. Tayo na ng dalawa, 2014 namin nilabas. Pero 2017 ulit siyang nagkaroon ng parang nag-viral ulit siya. Parang ito yung masasabi ko sa mga kanta namin eh. Parang delayed recognition lagi. Like for example, Jopay came out 2004. Yes, sumikat naman nun. It was our career single, kumbaga. Tapos nung lumabas yung Tayo na lang dalawa, 2014, bigla siyang nag-hit noong 2017. Dire-diretso din, 2017, 2018, 2019. Almost all of our songs or hits, ganoon nangyayari, laging delayed recognition. Ang nakakatawa lang sa kwento ng Tayo na lang dalawa, it was during 2013 ata. I have this friend of mine, si Bonat, who's also our roadie. He was playing the guitar. Sabi ko, baka pwedeng akin na lang yung ginagawa mo. Can I borrow that riff? Sabi niya, oo naman. Tapos, yun na yun. Sobrang gano'n naman lagi pag gumagawa ng kanta eh. Naglagay na lang ang lyrics na during the time na sinusulat yung kanta na pasok sa ko, ano yung nararamdaman ko. So, I'm assuming during that time, it was about heartache or confusion. Pero yun ata talaga yung siguro for me, yung key ingredient sa Mayo or sa banda namin. Parang just be patient, just put it out, and sometimes pag talagang maganda yung nagawa mo, kahit na sobrang delayed pa yung recognition yan, may mangyayaring maganda. Kasi yun naman ang una naging meme. Parang lahat na nangyayari, tayo na lang dalawa yung ending. Kaya nagkaroon ng time na gano'n. Hindi pa TikTok yun eh. Parang hindi ko alam kung Dub Smash o Snapchat pa. Basta during that time, during that era, yun naman yung ginagamit, yung tayo na lang dalawa. And for me, this is our most important song na nilabas, apart from Jopay. Kasi it was released during the second decade eh. But the first decade, Jopay yung carrier single. So, lagi kong sinasabi sa mga banda na humingi ng advice sa akin, after your first 5 to 10 years, that's the most important period in a band. Kasi doon mo malalaman kung tatagal kayo o ayaw nyo na. Kasi kunwari, wala na kayong magandang. Marami kayong nagagawang kantang maganda, pero walang nagiging hit. Hindi na kayo gusto ng masa. Hindi na kayo gusto ng tao kasi nga, syempre, may bagong laging lalabas. So that was the most important thing kasi after the first decade, nasulat namin yan, wala pang Spotify noon eh. Ginig namin, when I say ginig namin, sinubukan namin sa mga shows kahit di nila alam, it wasn't released yet. Tutugtog kami Route 196 with the kids. I mean, during that time, sila Jensen, sila Autotelic, sila Sud. We would always play last. And then, maganda na palagi yung reaction nila towards tayo lang dalawa. And I truly felt na, okay, let's hope to God na when we get to release this song, may mangyari. And may nangyari naman. Gulat kami kasi, again, it was like a movement again. Parang nag-meme, ginagamit sa mga social media platforms, and then nanonood sila ng gig namin dahil doon sa meme na yun kasi they wanna capture that moment. They wanna capture it raw and live. So, very, very thankful for that song. When we released Pula, we were part of Viva Music noong 2008 hanggang 2012. So, okay nung unang album under them, tapos biglang sabi nila, hindi ganun karami yung returns, hindi ganun kalaki yung sales. So, naging distro lang yung Pula. Dahil distro lang siya, nilabas lang yung mga songs, wala siyang parang formal marketing. Ganyan. Sobrang gulat namin na nilabas namin yan 2010. During that time, hindi namin naramdam parang walang nangyari. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng limbo period between 2010 hanggang 2013. After 7 years, nag-viral yung dalawang yan. Synesthesia and Kapag Lasing Malambing. One time, nasa Tayabas, Quezon kami. Tumugtog kami. At siguro 90% ng crowd nire-request yung Synesthesia na never namin formally nilabas. Gumawa lang kami ng music video. Alam mo yung nagpipick up sa kanya yung mga radio, local radio sa Batangas, mga local radio sa Cavite, local radio sa probinsya. Gulat kami, yung demo, may nag-downloads, in-upload sa YouTube, tapos yun yung nag-million views. So, sabi ko, kaya nga may maraming galit sa ganung piracy. Pero at the end of the day, ano rin yun, yung mga leak, it's a form of marketing din eh. Sobrang gulat ko nga din eh, pag nag-check ako ng Spotify for Artists. Yan ang #1 stream song namin, which is around 92 million streams sa Spotify, surpassing Jopay. So parang ako, isipin mo, wala pang promo yun. As in, nahanap lang kung sino man, tapos ginamit. So sobrang lang talaga. Yan ata yung role namin sa eksena. Meron kaming lumang kanta na bigla na lang sisikat. When I wrote Synesthesia, it's more of being gracious in defeat. Parang kung in love ka, okay lang na ayaw ka. Ang importante, naramdaman mo yung feeling. Yun yung pinaka-gist ng kanta. So when I was writing it, parang sabi ko, parang di ako to ah. Tapos surprisingly English nga. One of our, if not the only, siguro one of the few songs namin in English na talagang nagmasa. Yung bridge na yan, nung sinusulat ko siya, parang, ako ba to? Sobrang, siguro yun yung magic ng music. When you surround yourself with art, with timeless music, and people who support the same things that you listen to, inevitable na hindi lumabas. Malabas lang yung kusa. Kaya bilib ako sa mga bata ngayon na sinasabi nila, may kanta ako nagawa, ang ganda. Sa loob-loob ko, paano mo nalaman? Sino nagsabi sa'yo? Kasi ako, never ako nagkaroon ng kanta na parang, ang ganda nito. Lagi kong, ano tingin mo? And doon lang nila siya sasabi, ang ganda nito. Tapos talaga, hanggang sa 2 tao na nagsalita, 3, 4, 5 hanggang sa kinakanta na ng buong audience. So parang, for me, that will always be the magic about with music. When people you don't know, nagkakaroon ng community of support. Parang hindi kayo magkakakilala, but because of one song, you're connected forever. Nung sinulat ko yan, ang nakakatawa kasi hindi alam ng karamihan, I try to emulate certain songs pero kailangan akin pa din. Hindi dapat kopyang-kopya. Akala ng marami, kinuha ko yan sa Oasis. Ang hindi alam ng tao, sa Fall Out Boy. May kanta sila na last year's mistake, that me and you. Doon ko nakuha yung line na pero hindi ko pwedeng gawing emo kasi syempre mahalata na yun. So when I wrote the demo, sabi ko, kailangan medyo jangly pa rin kung paano kami sa parang bakit part 2 pa rin na up and down strokes lang. So, record ko agad yung demo. And when I do demos, ako lang yun. I play the drums, I play the bass, I play the guitar. And then send it over sa banda. Tapos nung tinala ko na sa banda, kaya palaging nagbabago yung structure. It's because of the members. Yun ang pinaka-importanting part of being in a band. If you're a solo artist, syempre you call the shots. Medyo diktador ka sa side na yun, di ba? Ikaw, gusto mo ganito areglo, gusto mo ganito. Unless you have an arranger. Pero dahil banda kami, sige, ako ang chief songwriter, pero papadala ko sa kanila. Minsan lang kami magtalo na dapat ganito, dapat ganyan, dapat medyo pasok sa demo. Hindi. Laging, this is how you interpret my song. Okay, naiintindihan ko. I wanna know saan galing yung idea na yan. So, ganun kami palagi. Hindi naman ako yung tipong parang sobrang, ganda ng gawa ko. Pero, lahat sila gusto ko. Hindi ko sinasabi na parang may ginawa ko kanta just for the sake of putting out a song. Wala, laging lahat yan. Papakinggan ko yan millions of times before the release. Ganun ako dyan sa meticuloso pag nagagawa ng album. Nung nagkaedad na, mas naintindihan ko, mas alagaan mo na yung fanbase mo. Kasi hindi ka na naman yung bago eh. Hindi ka naman yung kumaga teacher's pet o the industry's pet. Hindi ka yung gusto ng industriya ngayon. Pero at least yung fanbase mo, kahit na tumanda ka, wala ka nang labas na kanta, gusto ko pa din. So, pag may gigs kami na intimate or bar gig, I ask them sa messenger group namin, ano gusto nyo marinig mamaya? Kami, I mean, for sure, lagi may Jopay. Pero besides Jopay, anong gusto nyo marinig? So they would send in mga songs. And sila na yung may mga underrated faves dun sa, catalog namin. And dun palang masaya na ako. Siyempre, di mo naman, kumbaga, thankful na ako na may isa kami, which is Jopay, na mainstream hit. Na kahit tumugtog kami sa kaduluduluhan ng bayan ng kung saan man dito sa Pilipinas, kahit nakaganyan lang sila mula song 1 hanggang 9, pero pagdating ng Jopay, nagwawala na sila. Okay na ako doon. Kasi isipin mo, laro-laro lang naman talaga to eh. Tapos biglang nabigyan ka ng oportunidad magkaroon ng trabaho na ganito. Ginawa ko yung Bakit Part 1. That was my demo sa mga tao. Uy, gawa naman tayong banda. O, ito kanta ko. Parang ganun. And eventually, nangyari yung first integration ng banda. And then, nung proper na banda na kami nung college, kasi high school yun during that time. Nung proper banda na kami nung college, kaya nagkaroon ng Bakit Part 2 because I used the same chords with Bakit Part 1 and Bakit Part 2. And then the bridge of Bakit Part 2 is the chorus of Bakit Part 1. And sometimes kasi, ang idol ko kasi, like the Beatles, they use almost the same chord progression for almost all of their songs. Major hits. Pero alam nila how to splice it up. Alam nila when to slow it down, sped up, pero almost the same chord progression. Doon ko nakuha yun na, okay. And when I love a song so much, kunwari, recently sobrang addict ako. I mean, last year siya yung #1 ko, si Taylor Swift, sa Spotify. Hindi ko lang ma-post na iya ako. Mawawala yung street cred ko as a rockista. Pero favorite ko yung Enchanted eh. Diba? Kasi sabi ko doon sa partner ko, tulog banda to, parang Torres. Parang ganun. Sabi ko, kukunin ko yung chord progression. Tapos, doon mo na ayusin kung bilisan mo, pag-alan mo. Most of the time, that's how I make songs. Jopay was because of Incubus. Hindi alam ng tao yan. The bridge of Nice to Know You. Could it be? Yun yung Jopay. Yun lang yun. So never ko siyang parang, uy, sana hit to. Oh, hit to. Hindi eh. Ninakaw mo lang eh. Diba? Hindi mo naman, basta para sa akin, wala akong ini-impress kundi sarili lang eh. For me, yung magic ng paggawa ng kanta into a recorded version, magic yun eh. Kasi parang yung creation, hindi mo siya ma-explain eh. You put out the drums, latag mo bass, guitars, vocals. You study it and you understand kung what you need to do to yung embellishment or whatsoever, and then hopefully it will turn out something na very timeless. Yun lang ang lagi naming goal. Gusto lang namin gumawa ng timeless talaga na material. We don't take the whole industry side serious eh. We take the performance side very serious. Kailangan on stage di ka kalat. Kailangan di ka lasing. Kaya nga wala akong masyadong kaibigan sa industriya kasi hindi mo ako umiinom pagkatapos eh. Kumakain kami pagkatapos. May stigma kami na, gulat kami sa inyo, mas magaling kayo live. Kaysa sa album, sa loob-loob ko, compliment yan. Kasi nga, nakakahon ka eh. Kapag nasa studio ka, you're inside the studio. You can't put out a million of notes in 3 minutes of a song. But at least when you're performing live, you can birit ka kung anong gusto mong gawin o gitara ka kung anong gusto mong gawin. So, that's the fun part of being in a band or being a musician.